If you're looking for a well-performing mouse that won't break the bank, you won't find anything much better than the HyperX Surge. Available for less than $50, the Surge is an affordable, well-performing gaming mouse, especially when you consider the Pixart 3389 sensor, and 50 million clicks rated Omron switches. Not to mention the expertly implemented 360-degree Rgb lighting. It's a wonder to be seen. This mouse is a perfect fit if you're a heavy FPS player, and will even be a great fit for day-to-day computing, as it will easily blend into any office setup, as soon as you turn down the lights. Design. There's nothing too remarkable about the Surge's physical appearance. It's a little more streamlined than some other RGB gaming mice, but it's basically a slim, relatively short body, with all the standard gaming mouse trimmings. The device is also comfortable to hold for long stretches. The Surge features 6 buttons, a left and right click button, a clickable scroll wheel, a dots per inch sensitivity button, and 2 thumb buttons. The thumb buttons feel a little plasticky, but they're satisfying to click, and are neither too big nor too small. It's a comfortable layout, and the mouse earns some bonus points for displaying your DPI on screen when you change it. Where the Surge distinguishes itself from other mice is in its lighting options. Other mice in this price range offer a limited amount of RGB lighting, usually on the palm rest or beneath the scroll wheel. By contrast, the Surge has 32 unique lighting zones that ring the entire surface. It's one of the more ambitious illumination options since the advent of RGB gaming mice, and if you're willing to take some time to toy with it, your patience can really pay off. Features. While you can just plug in the Surge and use it out of the box, you can do some cool things if you download the Ingenuity Software. This program, which also controls HyperX's RGB keyboards, lets you map buttons, set up profiles, link those profiles with individual games, and customize the lighting. First off, the software does not work perfectly. Every once in a while it doesn't recognize the mouse at all, and I have to shut and open the program repeatedly, hoping something would click. But once you get it up and running, Ingenuity is not too bad. Setting up profiles is pretty straightforward. The Performance tab also made me scratch my chin in disbelief for a moment. The only thing you can set up here is the desired resolution and its corresponding color. Nothing else is available, no liftoff distance controls, no debounce delay, no polling rate options. This is a thing I would have found ridiculous even 10 years ago, at least with a gaming mouse. Thankfully, the button options are all there, which means you can remap all buttons to your liking, and you can create all sorts of macros. At least the lighting is as impressive as promised. At first, I didn't think having 32 separate lighting zones would be of much benefit. But once I started playing around with different combinations, it was fun to see how I could match a color scheme to the feel of a game. The lighting itself is rich and bright, and having so much of it on the Surge's face makes it feel like a noteworthy innovation. Performance. I put the Surge through its paces by playing many hours of Far Cry 5, PUBG, and Overwatch. The smooth glide of the Surge, coupled with its comfortable design, make for an excellent gaming mouse. My hand never felt cramped or strained, unless I reached for that back thumb button. In any game setting, the Surge was very accurate, and I never felt like the crosshairs were lagging behind my movements or vice versa. The acceleration was perfect, and while the Surge doesn't include the fancy counterweights found in some high-end mice, it feels very balanced. Overall, I would say the Surge improved my gaming performance, including aim accuracy and speed, thanks to its customizable DPI settings. I was able to find the right spot for each game by changing the sensitivity, and doing so was nice and simple. Verdict. It's not often that a mid-range mouse comes along that checks all of the right boxes, but the Surge absolutely does. Sure, it lacks some of the features that some more expensive mice boast, like extra buttons and customizable weight settings, but the fantastic switches, sensor, and brilliant RGB lighting more than make up for any missing features. Especially at its asking price, it would be extraordinarily difficult to find a better mouse.